Hello, welcome back to Keys to the Kingdom. I am Monique, and I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Oh, this hair is all over the place. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Today is March the 11th already. Yes, 3/11. Okay, so why do you keep seeing the number 1212 in this season? Okay, so 1212 is one of those numbers that I don't see often, but usually I see it at the end of a transition or right at the beginning of one, or like the end of a season, or um, right before a change is about to come. So, um, but for the last couple of days, oh my gosh, it's been back to back to back to back to back 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. And I'm like, okay, Lord. So, um, I was like, all right, let me just look it up again because I already looked it up before, and I kind of know what it means, but I just went on a deep dive just to see what the Lord wanted to show me because I felt in my heart that He wanted me to see what He's talking about now. Okay, so I'm gonna read from Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 1 to verse 14. So yeah, he took me back to Deuteronomy. Now, Deuteronomy he used, to guide me at the beginning of my transition, which was about almost 4 years ago. So, now I'm going back to Deuteronomy, and y'all about to see why. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to read from chapter 1, verse 1 to 14. All right, so these are the statutes and rules that you shall be careful to do in the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given to you to possess. All the days that you live on the earth, you shall surely destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispose serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree. You shall tear down their altars and dash in pieces their pillars and burn their ashram with fire. You shall chop down the carved images of their gods and destroy their name out of that place. You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way, but you shall seek the place that the Lord your God will choose out of all your tribes to put his name and make his habitation there. There you shall go, and there you shall bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes and your contributions that you present, your vow offering, your free will offering, and the firstborn of your herd and of your flock. And there you shall eat before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your households, in all that you undertake, in which the Lord your God has blessed you. So now verse 8, you shall not do anything to all that we are doing here today. You shall not do according to all that we are doing here today. Everyone doing whatever is right in his own eyes, for you have not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance that the Lord your God is giving you. But when you go over the Jordan and live in the land that the Lord your God is giving you to inherit, and when he gives you rest from all your enemies around, so that you live in safety. Verse 11, then to the place that the Lord your God will choose to make his name dwell there. There you shall bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes and your contributions that you present, and all your first vow offerings that you vow to the Lord. And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God, you and your sons and your daughters and your male servants and your female servants and the Levites that is within your towns, since he has no portion or inheritance with you. Take care that you do not offer your burnt offerings at any place that you see, but at the place that the Lord will choose in one of your tribes. There you shall offer your burnt offerings, and there you shall do all that I am commanding you. Woo! So that was from the ESV, the English Standard Version. It was longer, so it's easier to understand if you read it outside of the King James. But so with that being said, he's reiterating what he described to us at the beginning. So at the beginning of our transition, so you know that when you read this, you're going to be able to tell that this is what he's reiterating to you. Like, this is what he told us at the beginning of the transition. I'm going to give you a land, but when you get to the land, I need X, Y, Z done, A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, whatever done. You do not do this, you don't do this, you don't do that. So now God is reiterating this. Okay? He's reiterating again, come to me. Once you get in there, you have to come to me and you have to seek counsel. I was just talking about this on a video the other day about the wealth. Once you get the wealth, you got to seek counsel. You got to know what to do with that kind of money, especially if you never had money. Now, we're talking about millions of dollars. You know, when God does something, God does it big. He's trying to make sure the generation good. He's not trying to just give you a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there, like little work and income tax money. No, he's talking generational. So you got to seek counsel. It is going to be scary, you know. So you got to seek counsel. You got to make sure that you're doing what the Lord tell you to do, so that way you have money to also fund what it is that he's telling you to fund, kingdom wise. Okay, he know you want a house, he know you want a car, he know you want all of this and all of that stuff like that. You know, of course you can get that, but the thing is you got to make sure that you have the funds. You got to make sure that you have the funds, so that way when he tells you that this church over here needs funding, I need you to go over here and give them 5 million. I need you to go over here and do 10 million. I need you to go over here and partner with this one right here. I need you to go over here and speak here. I need you to speak here. Don't take no tithe. Don't take no offering. You got to make sure that you have that money. You understand? So he's reiterating this. I'm about to put you where I told you I put you at. But let me just remind you of what what you need to do once you get to this land. You don't just sow anywhere. You don't just give offering anywhere. You seek me, and then I will tell you where you need to land, where you need to put this thing, where the money needs to go, basically. And the word is saying offerings and burnt offerings and stuff like that, but we don't do that anymore. It's basically financial for us at this point. So yeah, the Lord is trying to explain. He's reiterating this, like, hey, I know you've been through a lot. It's been a long time coming, but let me just refresh your memory, so that way you can't say that you forgot. When you get in this promised land, don't act brand new. Don't try to go and stunt on Pookie and them because you got the biggest house in the neighborhood now. And now you're going to bring on unnecessary warfare. You're already going to have to fight more warfare on this next level that you're about to be elevated to. Lay low. Keep yourself grounded and rooted in the word. You're going to need the Lord and the Holy Spirit way more than you have ever needed him. Now you're going to, because you're going to need leadership. You're going to have to be able to hear that still small voice when you're thinking he's telling you to go left, but he's really telling you to go right, but he's waiting to the last minute to tell you to go right just to see if you're going to obey. Because you know, God always testing. He always want to make sure that it's him that you're trying to please and not pride. Okay? So anyway, that is 12. Let me go to the concordance. 12 Strong's concordance. And it means clear, manifest, evident. It is clear that it is done. The manifested evidence is your promised land. The funding, the wealth transfer, the inheritance. He's letting you know, hey, yeah, I'm doing it. You've done your work and I'm going to hold my promise. But I need to reiterate to you, once you get to this promised land, don't act brand new. No stunting. No trying to get back. No trying to go lay low until the Lord give you direction. Okay? All right, so let me see what else this has on here. Manifest evident followed by, yeah, I don't like this one. Clear, evident, and manifest. Certain evident, manifested. Evident, what is known and understood. Manifest, as opposed to what is concealed or invisible. Points rather to inner perception, to outward appearance. Okay, and there's a Bible verse. Matthew 26, verse 73. Peter's Galilean accent make it clear to the bystanders that he belonged to Jesus' circle. The term exposes reality even when the individual attempts concealment. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 27. In the resurrection chapter, Peter writes, it is clear that this does not include the one who put everything under him. Safeguards a crucial Christological distinction. The Father is not to the Son, even while granting the Son universal dominion. Galatians 3:11. Now it is clear that no one is justified before God by the law. Frames the gospel itself. Scripture renders the impossibility of legalistic righteousness beyond dispute. Okay. All right. That's all I got. You guys can, research it a little bit on your own. See what it is that the Lord is laying on your heart for that number 1212. And but that's the research that he gave me. And I'm taking it and I'm running with it. You understand? So that's all I have for the number 1212. I hope you guys have a great day. Get with the Lord, test the spirit. You already know what season you're in. If this resonates with you, like the video, comment down below that you are ready for your promised land and you are ready for your advancement. All right, your advancement and your assignment. Okay, all right, you guys have a great day. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.